I get so caught up in the middle, thinking of drowning in those blue eyes. I'm losing sight 'cause I am falling. I'm so deep down, and it's not a lie that I die. I can't hide what this is. Yeah, I keep drowning in those blue eyes, and you can tell.
Welcome back to my channel. My name is Alicia Marie, and hello to those of you who are new. Today I have an extreme kids room clean with me. Today they are helping Auntie clean this ridiculous mess. I have the entire gang with me today. I'm giving everyone a job.
I'll be your light if it gets too dark. I'll be.
See if you all are able to catch the names of each of my nieces and nephews, and also my son JJ throughout the upload. I also include the ages, so it gives you kind of an idea of age ranges I'm working with today. Okay, so my strategy, honestly, when working with so many little kids, is to give everyone something to do. Make everyone feel like whatever task they are being asked to do is an important task. I like to continue to give instruction and encouragement, and also say things like, watch how great this room is going to be once it's all clean. Some great age-appropriate tasks you will see the little ones doing include things like picking up the ball pit balls. And you will see Aubrey, who is 3, focusing on trash, which isn't much as far as the amount that there is currently in the kids' room. But she doesn't have to know that, just that her job is important in obtaining the end results we are looking for. One of my favorite things that you will see in this upload is the older kids helping and guiding the smaller munchkins when completing their tasks, where they may just need a little extra help in either remembering what it was that was being asked for them to do, or just an extra hand in making sure that their task is actually being completed. They all help each other out, and I think that is a great way that they are able to bond as cousins and work together to get the job done. Don't you just love how easily distracted they get when they see themselves being recorded? They all love to talk to the camera. It cracks me up how much I've actually caught just by recording them. So the real question is, how does this room actually get this messy? And I'm going to blame it on the little ones. I'm talking about the 1 and 2 and even the 3-year-old to an extent. I promise you guys I love them, but they are so destructive. I do think being in here with them, guiding them as they are cleaning, teaches them organization. It's a way for them to understand why we do clean a space, especially at a very young age. So you know what I do, you guys? We blast some great music that gives us this sort of happy feeling inside. And you all know how I enjoy creating bits of excitement in my everyday tasks. I want them to understand that cleaning doesn't have to be negative. It doesn't have to be boring or unfun. And one thing I do always try to do is give them praises and give them like a good job well done, just to follow my given direction. Because that's one thing that's kind of hard for the little ones, just giving them a direction that they follow all the way through.
So much better. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder.
So even though this video is obviously sped up, just for a quicker clean with me, it took me probably about 2.5 hours with the kids. Toward the end, you'll see them break off after going to see a rainbow outside. They went down to eat, and I just continued to finish it up and vacuum the room. But they helped me through most of it. I was very, very proud of them. Especially the older ones who really wanted to be in the camera, and especially my son, who always gets distracted and doesn't want to stay focused on cleaning. If you see him through the video, he plays most of the time, like now.
You can do better. I
but I did want to go through and give praise to each and every one of them individually. So in the future, if they do go back and see this, Auntie loved you little brats. But I'm going to start with Bria. Bria is so good at following directions, period. I can tell that girl one thing. I feel like her mind is like mine. Like, we be on the same wavelength. I could tell her one thing. She knows exactly what Auntie needs her to do, and she gets it done. I don't know, but she is so smart.
Hide it, baby, let your head down, be a little wild.
Okay, and next I'm gonna talk about baby Iverson. For a boy, he is like Bria. He can follow directions. He's still working on his colors, but other than that, him and the one with the bottle, they my little baby geniuses. And I know I'll be rambling, but baby Iverson is a mirror.
You can do better.
So if you watch any of my other videos, you guys know Briley. Briley has already presented herself and made herself known weeks ago. But my little baby genius, she did do a good job grabbing things off the floor and kind of putting it into the color organizer for toys. So I was proud of her. She tried. She was learning. She's only one though, but hey, she's following the big kids. She'll be doing exactly what they're doing in no time. And the little princess who you'll see me trying to console in just a moment is Mackenzie. Mackenzie is so sweet and quiet and down to earth. I promise you guys. Normally, she just goes with the flow. Okay, guys, and next I'm going to talk about my sweet girl, Aubrey Rose. She has such a wonderful personality, you guys. I promise. Oh, if you watched my video I upload before this one, she was doing, basically she did my voiceover. She did all the talking. She's gonna be on TV one day. I promise you guys. Keep a lookout for Aubrey Rose. I can see it now though. And last but certainly not least, my knight, my little protector. Even though I'm so hard on him, I love that boy. My son Jerry, we call him JJ, even though he hates that. But everyone knows you don't have a choice in what your nickname is, so oh well, you will survive. Now we're wrapping it up on this side of the room. We're going to go ahead and make that transition to the opposite side of the room and working on getting that space organized and cleaned up. Y'all, Aubrey be cracking me up. Look at her. Look at her, newscaster lady. And of course, Amir always got to put his 2 cents in. Like, what is he talking about? Okay, so now to be honest, the area which we are cleaning right now, majority of it is these stuffed animals that are going to go on this brown winning shelf. And the rest is like Legos and all that goes on that white long shelf in the corner. And then at this point, as you can see, most of the kids are really not helping. They're kind of playing. But as long as they're not really making more mess on top of what we are already cleaning, it doesn't bother me. You got to think their attention span is probably the length of their actual age. So 1 minute for the 1-year-old, 2 minutes for the 2-year-olds, 3 minutes for 3-year-old, and etc. So they do come back and forth. So they lose interest and then they come back and gain interest and start helping Auntie out in different areas of the room. I just want them to be present while the cleaning is actually happening, so that way they are able to see and learn from what they are seeing.
What happened? What you're up to today? Remember when we stole your mother's car? We drove for days. Teenagers with too many feelings and rage. We were higher than the sea.
The older kids are doing a pretty good job at really keeping active, even if they're grabbing one step out of one toy and putting that toy up. I'm glad that they continue to stay active and not completely stop cleaning, just cleaning at a slower pace.
Didn't give a damn, 'cause I was being next to you. Way back when we didn't care what they said. People could stare, I didn't give a damn, 'cause all I needed was my friend. Way back when.
Oh, and one more thing. You guys see this big old giant brown bear? This is the same bear that was losing stuff during my last clean with me video in the kids' room. But look how Amir loves this bear. Look how much love this bear actually gets. See, this is why it's hard to throw it away. I know we can replace it, but sometimes toys that's been around for a while, it has like a scent to it. A comfortable scent, a safe scent for the kids. So it's kind of hard to pick and choose which toys we want to get rid of and how soon we can get rid of it. Especially if, I don't know, we can kind of maintain losing the stuff, and I'm sure all we got to do is sew the little small damaged area where the stuffing is coming out. But I don't know, it's just one of those things, like it's hard to get rid of something even though it's worn and damaged. And
we didn't care what they said. People could stare, I didn't give a damn, 'cause I was being next to you. Way back when we didn't care what they said. People could stare, I didn't give a damn, 'cause all I needed was my friend. Way back when, way back when we were higher than the ceiling. Middle fingers to the sky. Way back when, way back when.
okay, so you guys, we're at the point in the video where the kids do actually leave me. It's such a pretty rainbow. I'm gonna try to insert a clip of that rainbow here, so you guys are able to see it as well. But then they go down and go ahead and eat. It's like a midday lunch, one of our easy eats. And I just kind of finished the room on my own, which I'm kind of happy to do so. I mean, it was fun for the first 2 hours, but you know, I had enough. I needed a little break. So I went ahead and finished it on my own and did the vacuum all by myself.
Get off of that before you fall. What are you doing?
Get in the house. Y'all done.
Come on.
Okay, you guys, we are alone. Okay, we're really not alone, but there's no little rugrats in the room. So I want to do like a 5-question Q&A, because you guys know how I love to add Q&As and search and finds and crazy stuff in my videos. So here's my 5-question Q&A. Obviously the questions are going to be at random, and I wanted them to be kind of, I don't know, different. So here we go. Okay, question number 1. And remember guys, these are definitely at random, and I just wanted them to be different. Is do you still have your childhood teddy bear? No, we do not. But my childhood teddy bear was kind of like a corduroy bear. And he was a brown bear, but he had like buttons on him. He had shoestrings where you could tie his shoes, buckles where you could buckle one of his shoes. I just remember that bear growing up. Okay, and question number 2 is, do you like roller coasters? Honestly, me and roller coasters kind of have this love-hate thing going on because I'm terrified of heights. But other than that, I don't know if it could be a roller coaster that was just, it stayed low enough, I'm great. So, I don't know, it's kind of like a yay and no type of thing, I don't know. Okay, you guys, and question number 3 is, what is the last movie you watched? And I cannot remember the Hallmark movie I watched, so I'm going to go with the one prior to that one. And it was The Holiday, you guys. It's old, I know. It came out in 2006, but it's the one with Cameron Diaz, Jude Law, and Kate Winslet. You guys know which one I'm talking about? Oh, I love that one. My mom got me rewatching old movies. Okay, and question number 4 is, where was your first date? Okay, so me and Jerry's first date was at a Cadillac Ranch downtown, Cincinnati. I'm trying to think. It had one of those like a bull rider things or whatever, but I was too scared to get up and do it. That's one of the things I regret. I regret just kind of getting out of my way, getting out of my comfort zone and just trying new stuff. I don't know. That's going to be on my bucket list, actually. That's one thing I want to do. I want to get on a little riding bull, see if I can ride it. Okay, and lastly, question number 5. What pisses you off? It's one thing. I don't like to repeat myself. I feel like I shouldn't have to repeat myself. So honestly, if I'm thinking about what makes me mad, rhetorical questions, don't ask me something you already know the answer to. And I don't want to have to repeat myself. Just do something the first time I ask you, especially with the little ones. But other than that, especially lately, I've been kind of trying to be level-headed and keeping myself sane. If you have made it this far to the end of the video, I just want to say thank you. And if you like this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. This really does help my channel. And it also lets me know which videos to make more of. And also consider subscribing and hitting that bell notification down below so you'll never miss an upload. And as always, you guys, until next time, bye.